Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, folks, we got some breaking news. An unbelievable event taking place right now in the North Pole. Massive hurricane is headed toward the North Pole. It's forcing the Atlantic storm to push mild air toward the North Pole. Matter of fact, it's incredible. They've had winds of 90 miles an hour. This gigantic powerhouse winter storm is charging through the North Atlantic right now and promises to flood the high Arctic with abnormal mild air. The Arctic temperatures have blown past previous record highs in recent months, and this surge of warm air is just the latest in a long series that has been amazing scientists. According to reports, this is the fourth time this year the North Pole may near the melting point this winter. Previously, this is such a rare event that they don't even keep it. All right? I mean, they do, but it's so rare they don't even discuss it. It's just too rare. It just doesn't happen. 4 times already? The textbook coma-shaped hurricane storm is sprawling, and the northern part of its core is near the southern tip of Greenland right now, while its trailing front extends southward almost to the tropics. So this is really made. On Sunday, they had winds of over 90 miles an hour. It is headed to the North Pole. It is bringing unseasonably high warm air, and something's causing this. Now, there is some accounts that potentially Planet X, that Planet 7X or Nibiru, planet number 9, call it what you want to, a binary system, call it whatever you want to. But the gravitational pull and the pressures that are coming upon the earth from the 5 waves of energy, which are being caused by Planet X itself, is causing incredible extreme weather conditions around the globe and unheard of apocalyptic type weather events. Chile just had record wildfires, the worst in the history of that nation. They even their president called them cataclysmic. We're seeing now these incredibly warm weather hurricane headed to the North Pole. New Orleans last night hit with a dozen tornadoes. One was a F2 ripping the roofs off of houses. It's a miracle nobody was killed. It's just because of the blood of Jesus and the prayers that all you folks were praying. 25 people were injured, but man, I'm telling you, this is unbelievable. A ton of damage down there. February, tornadoes, New Orleans? Are you serious? And we know that there's been unprecedented rainfall, flooding, landslides, mudslides, feet and feet and feet and feet of snow and inches of rain, healing the drought-stricken state of California this winter. It's been incredible. It's going to be long term. It's a blessing. It has done some damage though. There are some folks, I even got contacted. There's some people, because of the landslides, are trapped in the mountains out there in California. The roads for them to get down to get supplies cut off by the mudslides, and nobody's coming to break open the road for them because they're so remote. Now, there's some folks who can need our prayers, and I actually heard from people that are saying, Pastor, just want you to know, I mean, we can't, nobody's ever come to clear the road because hardly anybody lives up those. And so it's low on the priority list. I'm just telling you, there's been extreme weather conditions, weird stuff. Is Planet X causing it? I'm going to put a link below. There's an article, very fascinating, by the Washington Post talking about this actual storm. But also, there's a YouTube channel that's covering this, does a good job. Nibiru Planet X 2016, doing a good job covering this. I'm actually going to put the link to that video on here as well. Check it all out, guys. But the something biblical is going on here with the signs of the second coming of Christ. Give your life to Jesus Christ, folks. We are running out of time. Oh, that is good. That is good. That is good coffee. Great coffee this morning. Something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ. Yes, Jesus is coming. Are you serious? And let me tell you something. 4, say it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Iceland volcanoes are priming to explode eruption. They're very concerned. Seismologists, volcanism, and of course, is that the pressure from the 5 waves of energy, which is, of course, being caused, according to Mike from around the world, from planet X. Let's just talk about that. A binary system that's putting such a gravitational pull upon the Earth that even Gil Brizard says it's warping the path of the asteroids, bringing more and more asteroids and meteors into our path. Well, there's a report out. According to the reports, we have 4 volcanoes priming and getting ready to erupt in Iceland. And as we know, Iceland is profoundly volcanic place with a variety of eruption styles, from spewing out a little or a lot of lava to exploding into violence and violently, that Europe, so big, so large, such a plume of ash and smoke that even Europe gets blanketed in the ash and air traffic gets stalled. Matter of fact, as reported earlier by the Iceland Monitor, the nation's soothsaying geophysicist Fall Inlandson claims that the 4 of the country's angry mountains are exhibiting pre-eruptive conditions. Apart from that, however, little information has been given. Now, here's the 4 volcanoes in question. They are Katla, Hekla, Barorabunga, and Grimsvung. Now, look, what about Katla? Well, it's a rather sizable volcano that has indeed been showing signs of restlessness recently, with tremors hitting around 4.6 on the earthquake scale. These quakes are possibly indications of magma ascending upwards through the crust and causing it to violently fracture. But as of yet, there's no definitive proof that it is that. Of course, that's what they believe it is. Until it spews some lava or erupts in a massive explosion, we won't know. But we know something's going on. You wouldn't have these earthquakes continuously. And Mike around the world said, keep an eye on Iceland. He's very concerned about Iceland and Italy. And BP Earthwatch confirms Italy for sure. So we're watching Katla occasionally lets off some steam through minor lava flows, but there hasn't been a major eruption for several decades. Its average reoccurrence rate for something significant and potentially dangerous is once every 50 years. And of course, we know it had this type of an eruption back in 2011, produced some impressive streams of lava, but it was not enough to mash through the, with the glacier on top of it. But still, that was a pretty significant one. But now the signs are everywhere. All 4 of these volcanoes showing signs of priming and getting ready. And with the crustal displacement that's taking place around the globe, with the magma in the center of the earth, the core of the earth, heating up from the 5 waves of energy, which are coming because of the planet X, the binary system, planet 7X, Nibiru, planet number 9, call it what you want to, the pressure that we're experiencing. And just to put this in a biblical text, Jesus said it. Jesus said it. Jesus said, there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and in the stars, and distress of nation with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Men's hearts will fail them for fear, for looking after those things coming upon the earth. for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. The Son of Man. Then look up. Lift up your head. Your redemption is drawing nigh. We're getting close, folks. And the birthing pains of the coming of the Lord getting closer and closer and closer all the time. Are you serious? Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're living in the last days. Don't miss today's live broadcast. It's going to be a really good one. Starts at 12 noon Eastern. That's 12 noon Eastern. My website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com.